Hello, good evening. So today we will discuss about goodwill. Goodwill is a very important concept in the sense that it forms the basis of other chapters, subsequent chapters in accounts, such as admission of the partner, retirement of the partner, death of the partner. So for in order to do the questions, solve those questions properly without any mistakes, one must understand the concept of goodwill. So first of all, what do we understand by the word goodwill? What does it mean? What comes to your mind when someone says, the goodwill of the firm is this much? So basically, goodwill is some sort of a reputation, some form of reputation of the firm which a firm enjoys over its competitors. So a firm's goodwill, if the goodwill of the firm is good, then it will, either have consistently high revenues from one year to next year, then to next year. So over the last 5 years, if the revenues of the firm are consistently increasing, that means the firm is enjoying goodwill in the market. Secondly, if the firm is making good profits, then also the firm has goodwill in the market because it is into a business which is profitable and people perceive that firm, such a firm, as a successful firm. Third is if the products of the firm are acceptable to the customers and the quality of the products is acceptable to the customers. What it does is it builds the customer loyalty, it builds the brand recognition of the firm, and as a result of this, the firm enjoys goodwill in the market. So, this is how goodwill in qualitative terms, if we want to understand, this is what goodwill is all about. But when we talk about accounts, we need to understand it, from the perspective of valuation. And it is always difficult to value goodwill in quantitative terms. So, for this purpose, most of the experts in accounts have segregated goodwill into two parts. So, based on the syllabus also, so we have goodwill, and now this goodwill is further segregated into two parts. One is purchased goodwill, and another one is inherent goodwill or self generated goodwill. Okay, so now what we need to understand is that what is purchased goodwill and what is self generated or inherent goodwill. First, we will discuss in detail about purchased goodwill. Okay, because this is the foundation. So we must understand the foundation before moving on to the numericals part. So that is why let's understand the basic thoroughly and then move on to the switch on to the numericals part. So what is it? Purchased goodwill. In case of purchased goodwill, what happens is, let's say there is a firm A which acquires firm B. Now firm A has acquired firm B, right? Now see, there is let's say the economy is going through a boom, the market is very hot, the products which firm B is selling, those products are in high demand, the products which firm B is selling, and the firm A is also into an associated related business, and it is desperate to acquire the business of firm B because it wants to expand its the firm A wants to expand its footprint in the economy or in the market. So what the firm A says that okay, I will buy out firm B, right? It is going to acquire, it is going to buy the assets of the firm B. It is going to totally purchase this company known as firm, which is firm B, which we are saying. Now firm B, whenever, since firm A is acquiring firm B, firm A will definitely have a look at the accounts of the firm B. So if we look at the accounts of firm B, there will be liabilities and there will be assets, right? Now what happens is that we have the assets as well and we have the liabilities as well. If the, let's say that the assets of the firm are less than the liabilities of the firm, then it is kind of a broad deal for firm A, because the asset, when even after selling all the assets, the firm B will still have some liabilities on its head. So those liabilities, when one firm is acquiring another firm, then it is going to take responsibility of the liabilities also. So then it will become a raw deal for firm A. So the firm A might reject. The firm A might go ahead with the acquisition only in a scenario where the assets are more. Usually, that's the thumb rule for acquisition. So when the assets are more than the liabilities, that is one thing. Now let's say the assets were 10 lakhs and the liabilities were 7 lakhs. So the remaining value is 3 lakhs, which means that this is the actual worth of firm B, which is also known as the net worth. What it implies is that after, you know, taking over the firm, the value, actual value, whatever, after paying off all the liabilities, whatever is left is the owner's money, right? Or owner's assets. So or owner's value, you can say that. So that means that this is the worth, this is the actual value of the firm, so which is in positive. So it still would make sense for firm A to acquire firm B. It is, although the firm B is also having products which are selling like hotcakes in the market. So when we see this, firm A sees the assets and the liabilities, and the firm A sees the net worth, then it says it is worth buying firm B and it goes ahead with the acquisition of firm B. But as I had said earlier, firm A is desperate to acquire firm B because of the product which it is selling. So what firm A does is, firm A, in order to uh, attract firm B, or convince firm B to accept the offer of acquisition or offer of merger, what it does is it offers rupees 4 lakhs for buying out the entire business, the assets and liabilities. Now rupees 4 lakhs means that it is more than the net worth of firm B. Firm B's net worth is 3 lakhs and firm B is being offered 4 lakhs by firm A. So what firm A is doing? Firm A is offering more money, premium on the value of the firm B, because of the reasons which we have discussed earlier. So that means the firm A is paying rupees 1 lakh extra to firm B for the product. So that means that 1 lakh reflects the goodwill, of firm B. So such a goodwill is known as purchased goodwill or acquired goodwill. When such a transaction takes place, wherein one firm is acquiring the another firm and paying more, the firm which is acquiring is paying more than the net worth of the firm which is going to be acquired, then the extra money which is being paid is known as goodwill. That goodwill is known as purchased goodwill. This is the concept which we need to keep in mind. Okay. What else is to be kept in mind is that purchased goodwill, whenever acquisition takes place, the purchased goodwill is always recorded in the books of the firm. Okay. So the goodwill is shown in the books of the firm. It is recorded in the form of, like, so goodwill is an asset to the firm, so it will be shown on the asset side of the uh, firm which is acquired, of the acquirer firm. Okay, so that is one point which we need to keep in mind. Another thing is now we'll move on to this, which is inherent goodwill or self-generated goodwill. Now, inherent goodwill or self-generated goodwill is such goodwill which is built over a period of time. It is not some instant noodle, or it is not a product of, one firm acquiring another firm. It is due to the efforts, or the basically the sustenance of the firm over a long period of time into a particular business. Because of the fact that firm has been into that business for a very long time, it might be enjoying good reputation in the market, one, or it has a good management, its products are acceptable, whatever may be the reasons, right? But the important point about inherent goodwill is, or self-generated goodwill is, that it is never recorded in the books of accounts. One. Secondly, because one of the main reasons is that it is very difficult to quantify inherent goodwill or self-generated goodwill. So it is not recorded in the books of accounts because it is not easy to quantify. It is more of a qualitative, it has a, qualitative focus. So that's why. Whereas in case of purchase goodwill, it is always recorded in the books of accounts. That's all for today. In the next session, we will discuss the different methods through which we can calculate goodwill of the firm, and we'll touch upon the different methods. For the day, it's enough. Just for the revision, just to sum it up for all you guys, purchase goodwill is that goodwill which is, which takes place when one firm acquires another firm and the pays the acquiring firm more than the net worth of the firm. For example, we've taken an example here. In this case, firm A is acquiring firm B, and the net worth is 3 lakhs, and firm A is paying 4 lakhs, which means that firm A is paying 1 lakh more. That 1 lakh additional 1 lakh reflects the goodwill of firm B. One point. Second point, what is net worth? Net worth is that value of the firm which is left out after paying off all the external liabilities of the firm. That is the net worth. That is the actual holdings of the owners of the firm. So, net worth is the most important component which defines the value of the firm during the acquisition process. So these are the things which you need to keep in mind. Two things for types of goodwill is purchase goodwill, inherent goodwill. Purchase goodwill is recorded. Inherent goodwill or self-generated goodwill is never recorded in the books. So now onwards, whatever we'll be discussing about the methods of goodwill, those methods will be related to the purchase goodwill only. Okay, that's all for today. Have a great evening. Bye bye.